Ms. Jackson, I understand that HUD requires for settlement agents to draw up and a script and read it aloud. And my understanding is that HUD estimate that that requirement will add up to 45 minutes to the time it takes to close a transaction. How did you arrive at this figure, and how much will this new requirement cost small businesses in the real estate industry?
Well, we believe that, as we said, it would add probably, I think it was around $54 per loan for the, yes, for the recurring cost on the HUD 1.
The 45 minutes will represent 54?
Well, it was 30 minutes. That was for the preparation of the script. And then additional 15 minutes would be reading the script, about 5 minutes, and we allowed about 10 minutes per question. And so we used a loaded salary figure of about $150,000 and came up with the $54 for the 45 minutes. Now, that is assuming, we thought that that was the worst case scenario, that would be going from additional cost to a settlement agent that did not go over any documents with consumers at all, now that just basically said, here, sign these documents. But as we know, many settlement agents go through the documents with the consumer now. So we tried to come, we don't believe that it will be $54 per loan for all transactions, but we tried to use the worst case scenario.
So 45 minutes, that means that agents will be doing less closing because they have to go through this process. And so how are they going to make up for the closings that they will not be able to do, given the fact that they're going to be spending 45 minutes?
Well, we did believe that that these costs probably would be passed on to the consumer, but we do believe that the consumer will still save in the long run.
Yeah, she mentioned that it will represent $600 more per consumer per month.
A net cost benefit after $98 of approximate cost for the new rule per loan was subtracted.
RESPA, if done properly, but without enforcement and oversight, will take us nowhere. So how do you intend to have in place the type of oversight that will make it work?
Currently, we depend on other federal banking regulators and state regulators. When they go in and do examinations, they check to see that RESPA is followed. If not, it is sometimes referred to us, or sometimes they take action themselves. As I said,
what happened? What happened? We have almost 3 million homeowners in this country that are going through foreclosure or will be going through foreclosure. Where were the regulators? Slipping at the switch?
Well, I think I can't speak for all the different regulators, but that is our concern. That's why we've asked for penalty provisions so that we can also enforce to try to make certain that borrowers do get the deal at the closing that they were promised. We want transparency in the transaction.
And simplicity, too, because transparency without simplicity, we might not achieve the goal for the consumer to know every fee that they're supposed to pay at closing. And I have to go back to these pages, all this format. You know, when I compare the two old one, you can match up line by line, and you can find the fees on the settlement statement with the good faith estimate. When I try to do this here, believe me, I don't know what test did you do with consumers to come up with the conclusion that this 4-page format is better suited to achieve the goal of protecting consumers and to have transparency in the process.
Well, we are in the comment period, and we will be, re-looking at all the comments that come in, and we will be retesting.
Well, for whatever is worth, this almost PhD candidate here will tell you that I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. If I'm going to close and have this two, it will be, believe me, I went through this. I didn't read it. My husband did. But if I have to go in a room by myself, it's going to take me I don't know how long to compare the fees that are on the good faith and the settlement statement. Well, so I don't get it. And I hope that you go back and revisit that, just because it's 4 pages. Sometimes, like some of the members from the administration come and say that they do more with less, maybe consumers will be able to get better with less in terms of the pages that you are putting together.
We do think that first page is very important, though, that consumers know whether they have a prepayment penalty or whether their interest rate can go up.
Okay.